Hatfield, and I'm your Democratic nominee for Virginia's House of Delegates in the 99th District. Lately, I've been watching my opponent and her team moving from restaurant to restaurant in the district, something they're calling dining in the district. And it occurs to me that we can't always afford to go out and eat every day. And there's some great local ingredients we can use in our kitchens at home. Times are tough for a lot of us, and even groceries are a little too expensive. So I'm hoping that you'll dine in with me tonight and we'll learn how to make jumbo lump crab cakes with this great Chesapeake Bay sourced jumbo lump crab cake. Join me. The first thing you're going to want to do is gather up all your ingredients. You saw we had that gorgeous jumbo lump crab meat, and because we're dining in instead of dining out, we're able to splurge on the good stuff. About a pound of this, and it's worth it. Treat yourself well. Don't bother with the back fin meat. This is the star of the show. This is really, I'm salivating right now because I know what's about to happen to this. Grey Poupon, which is my favorite Dijon mustard, kid of the 80s, so yes, pardon us, we do have some of that. A little bit of kosher salt to taste, may or may not need it, depends on your palate. Panko plain breadcrumbs, a little bit better than your crumbly saltines. The only mayonnaise, Richmond's own Duke's real mayonnaise. Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, also the best. A little bit of Old Bay, some freshly squeezed lemon juice, couple eggs for binding, and some fresh chopped parsley. Well, let's get going. Let's get this done. I'm starving. I'm starving. Are you starving? I'm starving. Okay, first we're going to start by very finely chopping up this curly leaf parsley. You don't want to have any big chunks in it. It just gets kind of gross and might make your crab cake fall apart. Okay. Yep. So now I need these things. Okay, now we're going to prepare our crab mixture. And to do that, we take the panko. This is our filler, and not much. A literal quarter cup, right? Because we don't want a bunch of panko and bread in there. We want crab meat in there. Okay. So you take the panko and you get about a tablespoon of Old Bay. And it doesn't matter if there's a little too much. I mean, it's good stuff. That looks about good to me. And then the parsley that we chopped. That goes in there. Now, what you're going to want to do is make sure that all of these things are incorporated before you even add the crab meat, because you want to mess with the crab meat as little as possible because you want to maintain those big jumbo lumps. So here we go. And I'm going to do this with my very clean hands because it's easier for me to control and not break up the crab meat. We want every last little bit of that. Okay. And we're just going to gently toss it like this. Just like that. Until it's all incorporated. And that looks about good right there. Now we're going to take a wet paper towel. We're going to cover this and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for a half an hour and come back to it. I have a damp paper towel here and we're just going to lay that over the top of the bowl. Walk it over to the fridge and it just kind of lets it solidify a little more. It's nice and cold and it gives you a chance to work on the next step of your recipe. We're going to crack an egg. That's a pretty egg. Super fresh. Toss the shell. Whip it up with a fork. Okay, and before I do the next step, I'm going to go over here to the stove and turn on the broiler and get that going. Okay, we are on, where's just a regular broil? Okay, there's broil. Now, you need a quarter cup, and I could use a spoon. I need a spoon, okay. Quarter cup of Duke's mayonnaise, only Duke's will do. Just kidding, if you don't have Duke's, I'm sorry. Use what you have, but if you want it to taste the best, Duke's is definitely where it's at. Just add that. Now we need about a tablespoon, and we're gonna eyeball this a little bit of the Dijon. That looks good to me. About a half of a tablespoon of the Lea & Perrins Worcestershire. Eyeballing that also. If you want to measure it precisely, that's fine. Okay. Now that that's mixed, we're going to grab that fork and that egg again. Put this in and make sure. Contrary to the way we did the crab mixture, we do not want any lumps in this mixture, so make sure it's nice and smooth. Okay. Almost got it. Okay, that's gonna help bind that together. I'm gonna squeeze some lemon juice into this too. Not a whole lot, about a half lemon. Oops. The kitchen should smell really good. Okay, that's good. Give it another little stir. Okay, we're gonna set that aside, and we are gonna check on the status of crab meat in the refrigerator. All right, be right back. Go. Okay, now that we have everything incorporated and it's chilled, we're gonna go ahead and make the crab cakes. We're using a little ramekin here to form them. If you don't have a ramekin, that's fine. You can use your hands, just, you know, hockey puck shape. This is a perfect little hockey puck shape. And we're putting them in an ungreased baking dish because you really don't need, hopefully they come out right here. You really don't need to grease it. There's enough fat in this. Oh, look at that, it's so perfect. There's enough fat in the mayonnaise that it shouldn't stick. Excuse me, it won't stick. Oh my God, look at those giant lumps. This is unbelievable. Okay. Another one. Just perfect. And another. Give it a little shake. Perfect. And again, looks like we're gonna get about six perfect little crab cakes out of this pan. Okay. Couple more. Wiggle. That's perfect. And other than the little bit of panko that we put in this is super low carb. I mean, you can maybe fool around with some kind of gluten-free or carb-free alternative to the panko and cut it even more. But this is pretty good. All right, voila. Now, set that aside, right? Put this right in the oven. Oh my God, I can't even wait. Can't even wait. Let's get them right under the broiler. Should be about 20 minutes, but I'm impatient, so I'm probably gonna peek in a couple times and see how they're doing. All right, we'll be back. I'm going to go take an opportunity to make a nice side dish. Got these little babies broiling away in the oven. We're gonna walk over here to the refrigerator and get our side dish started. So, who's in the mood for a classic iceberg wedge salad with homemade blue cheese dressing? Oh man, they just look and smell incredible. Just amazing. We're gonna let that sit over there for a minute, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna make this easy salad, 10 minutes tops. onion, cucumber, some pretty little cherry tomatoes, and a big old head of iceberg lettuce. Okay, let's get to work on the dressing. Super easy, only 3 ingredients. We start off here, we have about 3 ounces of fresh blue cheese, and we're gonna take some sour cream. 2. A little splash of milk, not too much, you don't need very much. That's good. A couple grinds of a peppermill. And then, whoops, mix it with a fork. Right with that blue cheese. Okay, getting this all incorporated. We could probably use a little bit more milk in this, so we'll give it another splash. Not too much, you don't want to water it down. Whoops. Real life. Okay, now we're gonna get ready and rock and roll with this salad. So let me show you a neat trick to get rid of this bitter heart here. Let's hope this works. All right. You can just reach in and pull that whole heart out. Oops, there we go. Some of the outer leaves come off. Another neat thing about the iceberg wedge salad is that you don't really have to clean the head. You just need to pull off these wilted outer layers. Toss them aside. Okay, and now we just need to cut this into equal quarters. Half here, and half here, and another. Okay, and just kind of want to plate it. All right, gorgeous. And there's the first one. And we'll serve the crab cake right on the same plate. Okay, now we're gonna slice this cucumber up. About this much for each salad. And we're taking some of the skin off, but leaving some of the skin because it's not just pretty, it's also healthier to do it like this. There's good stuff in the skin. Oops. This way. Put these here. Alright, we'll get moving forward here with this onion. Okay, we're about ready to finish plating this, and we are going to drizzle this homemade salad dressing. Gorgeous. Okay. Come over here. Grab a couple of crab cakes. Oh, and they're just perfect. Like that one. Look at how they're holding together. Oops. All right, I can't wait to taste this. Let's see what we got. How do we do? Oh my God. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely perfect. I'd vote for me. So good. Perfect. Enjoy.